Hi, I'm Soumya, an associate software engineer at Red Hat and an educator. In next couple of minutes, I will be sharing the top productivity hacks with you all to maximize your outcomes as a techie. As a software engineer, coder or developer, we sit in front of our laptops for longer period of time. There are some small and big changes which we can make in our daily routines to maximize the outcomes, to maximize the productivity. And trust me, a few of them work like a charm for me. From the initial years of my college, I was very much, multitasking. I had to explore a lot many things from dev advocacy to product management roles, software engineering, teaching, coding, everything. I had to try out all the domains so that by the end of the graduation, I can understand what's something which is of my interest, which I love doing. For being so multitasking, for exploring so many things all together, it wasn't that easy to do while being in college, while giving those exams, while doing those assignments and everything. But there were some particular rules, some productivity hacks which I followed, and that helped me a lot. Even today, I get DMs on LinkedIn, on Twitter, that alongside your full-time job, how do you do video tech content creation, and you consistently post about the tech stuff on LinkedIn, Twitter, everywhere. There isn't a specific pre-cooked recipe for it, but yes, there are some ways, some of the tools and tips which I have been using, and a few of them are just perfect. In today's video, I will be sharing those top tips, those hacks and tools which I personally use and which can help you as well in maximizing your productivity. If you are new to our channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, or if you have any queries or doubts, drop them down in the comment section below. We will be happy to answer them. Productivity hack 1. Organize your days, your weeks, and month diligently. This will really help you a lot. I have been doing this since some 4 to 5 years now, and it has helped me a lot. I'm such a productivity nerd that if I don't keep a track of all the tasks that I have to do in a day, then I just can't be efficient with all the multiple things that I have to do. Some people complain that this thing has never worked for them, keeping track of all the tasks, all the things that they have to do in the entire day, or maybe the weekly goals that they have to do, monthly, yearly plans. They just can't sit and write down those things in a diary or maybe a to do or notes app. So, if you are a person who has to do, let's say, in a day, just a single task, maybe you are a student who has to complete an assignment. So, if you are a student or a working professional who just have to do, let's say, a single task in the day, maybe completing the office work or doing the college assignment, then maybe you don't want to write that single thing in a diary or maybe a to-do app or notes app. That's completely fine. But for people who want to excel in their life, who want to try out, who want to explore multiple things, who have to improve their professional, their personal growth, for them it's somewhere crucial, it's somewhere important that they keep track of all the tasks that they have to do in a single day. Let me give you an example. Our mind, our brain is to create ideas, right? Let's say you have to do multiple things in the day. If you will store all the ideas just in your mind, it might happen that you will lose the track of it. I mean, let's say when you are doing task A, you might forget that, okay, what were the tasks B and C that you have to do in that particular day, right? Based on research as well, the written goals are more prone to be achieved. When you write things in pen or paper or maybe just a simple to-do app, you have track of things, you have the track in your mind as well that okay, these are the things that you will be doing, and somewhere you are able to track your own progress that okay, these are the things that I have already done and these are the to-dos for me for the coming day, right? I'm a person who is more comfortable writing everything, be it daily goal, weekly goals, or maybe monthly goals as well, in a pen and paper. That really helps me keep track of things in a better way. But yes, if I have to recommend a software that you can use to keep track of things, then Notion is something which I would advise. So this is how the simple web page of this platform of Notion looks like. It's very easy to understand. The UI UX from user point of view is really too clean. I mean, I tried exploring some other to-do apps, some other app to keep track of daily goals, weekly goals as well. But this is something which I personally like because of its clean UI. So as you can see, I mean, you can create a simple page from here. Like you can add a page, you can write here something like daily goals, and like there are various options. I mean, you can get some built-in templates as well, which you can use from the template section. So here you can search for, like, if you want a template for daily goals or something, so you can just use inbuilt template as well. Otherwise, what I did, I mean, I had this page already, daily goals, and I simply, like, as the heading, I write the date of, like, let's say it's July 19 or something, so I'll write the date, and after that, with that checklist thing, I'll put everything. I mean, what are the things which I have to do in that particular day. If let's say that task is done, then you can obviously put the tick here like this, and yes, it will be just, striked. The text will be strike, and you will be like, it will be in your mind that okay, these things are done. So it's as easy and simple as it looks. And not only web page, let's say if you are a person who don't like to use laptop much, so you can have the like app as well installed in your system. It looks almost same, and like, you from user point of view, the look, feel, everything is almost similar on the application as well. So yes, this is a very simple kind of application which you can use, which I personally liked. Productivity hack 2: use some shortcuts in your code editor. If you are a developer, you would be using some code editor like Eclipse, IntelliJ, or any other on daily basis. Make sure you have some shortcuts in your code editor that will help you write code easily, as well as that will save your time as well. If you don't have enough shortcuts, or if you don't know enough of it, you can create your own shortcut in your code editor as well. When you reinstall the code editor, or maybe when you buy a new laptop and you have to reinstall everything, make sure you copy and paste the same settings, the same shortcuts in the new one as well. Similarly, for terminal as well, you can read the shortcuts that are there, which will make your experience of using terminal very smooth. Productivity hack 3: be more focused. That's very important. When you're working on a specific thing, when you're doing a certain task, let's say you are writing code for your dream project, or maybe just doing the office task, make sure while doing that one thing, your entire focus is on that only. Don't just keep opening other application. Like, some people have habit of keep checking, the news daily, like news, what is happening in the world, the every other minute. So yes, they open up the news app the every other maybe hour or something. Or some people just go on Twitter, they scroll tweets and everything. Different people have different set of habits. People who are like more active on maybe YouTube or LinkedIn, any specific app, they just go and open that app to scroll what's happening there on that particular platform. So my advice would be, if you're doing one set of tasks, focus on that one, complete that. Once that's done, you can move on to other things as well, right? Productivity hack 4: if you are a developer, you would certainly be having some side project, or maybe the company project in which you are working. Make sure you use some project management tool to keep a track of all the issues that you have done, that you have to do. That will really help you a lot. In most of the big techs, in the MNCs, the teams, the people, they use some tools like Jira is there. That's a very good software, good tool to keep a track of what's going on in that particular project. Like, they have the product leader assigned, the software engineers who are working, the documentation team, everything is like mentioned on that particular project or product page, and you can like get a gist of everything when you open that particular page. So similarly, if you are, let's say, working on a side project, you have a team of 4 to 5 people, you can try to keep a track of all the things happening in the project by using either of those project management tools. As a developer, that will really help you a lot. Productivity hack 5, notification. We should. These are really true distractions. If you want to not get distracted like I got, make sure you keep the notifications of all those unnecessary social media application turned off. That will really help you in improving your productivity, especially let's say when you are doing coding, when you are working on that side project, or maybe when you are doing the office task. If you are doing something significant, make sure the unnecessary notification on mobile application as well as in your laptop, in your system, everywhere it's turned off, so that you can focus on your work, and that will help you enhance your productivity and maximize the outcomes. Productivity hack 6. If you are a developer, you obviously know how to write code, how to write a script. So why not automate things? If there are something which you have to do on daily basis, let's say if you work on GitHub and you have to maybe do the same set of commands, git add, commit, push, everything all together like repetitively. So if you have such similar task where you have to do a set of instruction on a repetitive basis, make sure you write a short script to automate that. That will really help you save your time. Instead of doing that same thing again and again every day, you will be having that script which you can run to automate that thing. Productivity hack 7, Pomodoro technique. You would have heard about this term when you were in college. We had this term in our syllabus as well. When we talk about productivity, we have to make sure that we talk about this technique as well, the Pomodoro technique. So, in general, what this technique talks about is when you do certain set of tasks, when you work on a project or anything, make sure that after certain interval of time, you keep taking some break. Basically, what Pomodoro technique says, when you are doing some specific task, when you are doing some project or anything in general, what you can do is you can divide that whole task in 30 minutes interval of time. I mean, you can have some 4 rounds of it, and after every 25 minutes, just try to take a short break of 5 minutes. And once the 4 rounds are done, you can take a longer break as well. This is what Pomodoro technique talks about. But as a developer, as a coder, I personally find it a bit difficult to follow this, because when we are working on some project, when we are writing code, it isn't really possible to wrap up things as quickly as in 25 minutes. So personally, what I follow is, let's say we work for 1 hour or something, and then we take break of 10 to 15 minutes, and then we resume the work, restart the work. That's really efficient for me. Like when especially I was, let's say, working for some open source project as well, or freelancing project or anything, even the office work as well. When we take a break of 5 to 10 minutes after a long session, it helps in maximizing the productivity. Productivity hack 8. Always be learning, always be curious. It's very important. Coding for fun and coding for work, both are really different things. When we stay curious about something, it might be about learning any new tech stack, learning something new that's going in the IT industry. We have that zeal, we have that curiosity, and that will somewhere really help you in enhancing your productivity as well. When we are excited about something, then we're really given our 100%. It might be about learning that new programming language or understanding how that particular framework works. So always stay curious and do things with a lot of excitement. That will really help you in boosting your productivity. Productivity hack 9, Git. Git is a version control system which is very useful for us, for developers. It helps us in keeping track of all the projects we are developing. Let's say you have a profile on GitHub, Bitbucket, or maybe GitLab. So Git will really help you. This version control system will help you in keeping a track of the history, in keeping track of everything that you are doing on those code hosting platform like GitHub, Bitbucket, etc. I will be showing you in the demo how you can use this tool to actually coordinate with your team members when you are working on a single project. It really helps you in staying productive. When you use version control system like Git, you can keep track of all the history, everything that you do on those code hosting platforms. You can stay up to date about all those things in your version control system in your local machine as well. Especially if you work in a group of 4 to 5 people, this is really gonna help you keep track of all the things which each member would be doing. I will be explaining you in the demo how you can use Git in your local machine. Productivity hack 10, workspace. Our surrounding, our workspace really affect our productivity. If we have all the things aligned in a proper way, if you have your system, your laptops, everything aligned in a clean, neat manner, that will really affect your productivity. So let's try to understand how you can use Git to enhance your productivity when you are working in a team with other developers. It's a good habit to push that project on GitHub, and if like other team members have to make a pull request or any contribution, so they can do that from there as well, right? So the very first thing is you will install Git in your local machine. The first thing that you get here is downloads Git the page. So just click on that, and based on which operating system you are in, just download that. It's a very easy step. I'm already assuming that you are having a GitHub profile of yours. So these two things are there. So you're good to go. I will be sharing a short snippet kind of thing, how you can actually use Git to like manage projects. Let's try to create one project in this code editor IntelliJ. I will be clicking on new project, and that will be a simple kind of demo project only just to explain things. So I will write maybe demo website or something, and I will click on create. So this is like very basic project just to explain you how you can use Git, how you can push everything on your GitHub profile on that code hosting platform GitHub. So yes, this is the source directory. Let's try to create one new, maybe a web page here. So this is the HTML file. Let's name it hello, and yeah, let's give the title hello from SCALER. So this is the title of the web page. A very basic and simple project, right? It can be your big mobile application project or maybe any machine learning AI related project as well. So once you have the project ready and you want to push it on your GitHub profile so that your other team members, they can maybe fork it, and they have to, if make any changes, they can do that from there. So what you will do is, obviously you have the Git, the version control system installed in your local machine now. So I'll go here. Let's open up the terminal, and here what we'll do, we'll cd into that particular repository. So what was the name of the project? It was demo website. So let's cd into it. And if you are using Windows operating system, so if you just right click, or maybe in the like desktop, that folder itself, when you will right click, so you will get that option git bash here. So you will be prompted up with that git bash terminal kind of thing, which looks very much similar, which like steps will be very much same as what we will be doing here. So once you cd here into the demo website repository, what you have to do, go on the GitHub your profile, and you will see a plus icon over here on the right side. Just click on new repository, and give it a name, repository name, that is a project name. So I'll name it demo website. Okay, demo website, the project is already in my repository section, so a new name, demo underscore website. This is a public project, right? You can keep it private as well. So I will click on create repository over here. So this repository is created on GitHub, right? What we will do, the next step is, in our local machine, we will tell that, okay, initialize a Git repository. For that, the simple command is git init. So you can see initialized empty Git repository. So in like .git file, a new file will be added in your project. So if you do git status, so right now you have these files in there, right? And these are kind of untracked right now. I mean, these are not added. So as we did in the last video as well, you have to add all the changes in your like you have to add all your changes. So for that, just write the command git add dot. After that, you have to commit all the changes. For that, a very simple command. And one more thing, now that we have created the repository in our local machine, we have to somehow connect this one, everything which is in our local machine, to the GitHub repository that we just created on the profile, right? So for that, what we will do, we have to kind of add the remote address. This is the command for that, git remote add origin. You just have to paste this command. What this will do, this will kind of tell this local machine, this local project, that okay, this is the URL where you will be, the entire code, the folders, directories, everything will be pushed if I use the git push command. Okay, so basically this is to set up that connection, that this is the exact URL of that particular project, right? Now what we'll do, we'll add the changes that we have done, and after that we will write git commit m and a message. So maybe first commit, and then what you have to do, you have to push everything on the GitHub page. For that, we will use the git push command. Just check the branch on which branch you are. So it's master branch. Git push origin is the name of the remote URL, right? We just added the origin. Origin refers to this particular URL. So git push origin and name of the branch, which is master branch. Once you do that, so everything will be pushed on your GitHub page. So if you click on refresh button here, you see the code is here. This is very easy. If you have to use this version control system Git in your local machine, just download it. Whatever project you are developing, make sure you push that on GitHub. That will help interviewer as well to understand that okay, you have worked on these kind of projects, and if you're working in a team, certainly it will help you become more productive. All the team members will be able to track how much code, who is writing, what are the features, who is working on. I hope these productivity hacks, these tips and tools which I covered in the video will be helpful for you in maximizing your productivity. And remember one thing, productivity is a mindset. If you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and if you have any doubts or queries, leave them in the comment section below and we will be happy to answer them. Keep upskilling and create impact.